The big debate between the presidential candidates happens tonight. Let's bring in Michele Schneider, the Director of Trading Education and Research at Market Gauge. A big day for politics and money, Michele, but what do traders watch right here? What is moving the market?
I think the biggest thing that's on the mind of traders really right now is whether or not Pelosi and Mnuchin can come up with some kind of a stimulus package. And at this point, the headlines have been optimistic about that, although we haven't seen anything hard and cold come out. It does seem to me, and we've talked about this before, that the idea of the fact that the Democrats and the Republicans, it behooves them both to try to help the American people, especially with the election coming up so quickly, that's probably going to happen. And then also China had some good numbers over the weekend in terms of their manufacturing and production. That helped as well. Of course, the question is always going to be whether or not the stimulus package actually happens, number one. Number two is whether the market will think it's enough. Also, we're coming off the heels of the Federal Reserve coming up and saying last week that they pretty much done everything they can. But then again, as we coming into this week, we've seen buying coming back into the junk bonds and the high grade yields, investment bonds. So that's been a positive. So at this point, the market is not ready to go down, but that could change on a dime if the stimulus doesn't seem like it's going to happen in time. I'm skeptical about that. I think it will.
Thanks so much for the Trader Talk today, Michele.
Thank you so much for having me, Angie.
For more Business First AM, check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.